Hello, this is Scholar Strife doing some math today. In Algebra 1, we'll be solving quadratic equations by completing the square. And we're going to use all these steps here. Step 1, we're going to get it into the form x squared plus bx equals d. And then we're going to find a c value using this formula. We're going to add it to both sides, factor, and using what we know from 11.1. So here, let's do it through a couple examples. So find a value that makes the expression x squared minus 5x plus c. Okay, and then write the expression as a square of the binomial. So they want us to start at step 2 right now. So the c value is equal to b divided by 2 squared. Okay, my a value is the number in front of x squared, which is 1. My b value is negative 5. And c is what we're looking for. So c is b divided by 2, so negative 5 over 2 quantity squared, which is positive 25 over 4. Okay, so my expression will be x squared minus 5x plus c, which is 25 over 4. Okay, and then we're going to factor this using step 4. So this always factors into x plus b divided by 2 squared. So in this case, it factors to x minus 5 halves squared. X minus 5 halves squared. There. So right now this is just practicing steps 2 and 4 for these first examples, and then we'll go through all the steps in another example. So once again, step 2, c equals b divided by 2 squared. This is negative 6 over 2 because my b value is negative 6. My a value is still 1. So this is negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. And then that's going to be squared, which is positive 9. So I have x squared minus 6x plus 9. And this is going to factor into x plus b over 2. b over 2, we found that out to be minus 3. That's what it factors into. All right. So step 1. So we're trying to solve this equation here by completing this square. So step 1, we want to put it into ax squared plus bx equals d. Well, it's already in that form, except instead of x, it's t. Step 2, step 2, we need to find our c value. So going back up here, step 2, find c. So c equals b divided by 2 squared. So my a value is 1, my b value is positive 6. So this will be 6 divided by 2 squared. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 squared is 9. Okay, step 3. So in an equation, we're adding the c value to one side. because we want to change the left side into a perfect square trinomial. Now, if we add this number to one side of the equation, we must add it to the other. So what we're doing is we're going to add our c value to both sides of the equation. So this is going to be t squared plus 6t plus my c value, which is 9, equals negative 5 plus my c value again. What you do to one side of the equation, you must do to the other. So if I add 9 to the left, I must add 9 to the right. Okay, step 4. Oh, I'm almost out of space. Let's see if I can add, there we go. All right, step 4. The left side factors into a perfect square trinomial, which factors into something x plus b divided by 2 quantity squared. We know that b divided by 2 is 6 divided by 2, which is 3. So my left side is going to look like this. X plus 3 quantity squared. And then my right side is just negative 5 plus 9, which is positive 4. And then step 5. Solve. Solve for x. So we have x plus 3 quantity squared equals 4. Let me rewrite that. And we're going to get rid of the squared. We're going to take the square root of both sides. So I have x plus 3 equals plus or minus 4. Okay. Which means x plus 3 equals positive 4, or x plus 3 equals negative 4. So that means x equals 1, or x equals negative 7. And those are my two answers. Alright, let's do another one, hopefully with more space. Alright, so step 1, it's already in the form. Step 2, find our c value. C equals b divided by 2 quantity squared. A is 1, b is negative 8. So negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4. Squared is positive 16. Step 3, add c to both sides. So I have r squared minus 8r plus 16, that's my c value, equals 9 plus 16. Okay, step 4, the left factors into r plus b divided by 2, which is negative 4. Quantity squared, 9 plus 16 is 25. Step 5, take the square root of both sides. So we'll get r minus 4 equals 25, or r minus 4 equals negative 25. There. Oh. Fine. So r is 29, or r is negative 21. Oh, whoops. I know I messed up somewhere. So r minus 4 is equal to the square root of 25, which is either 5, or r minus 4 is equal to negative 5. So r equals 9, or r equals negative 1. Alright, example 3. So this is where we need to convert it into the form. So we need to get it into the form x squared plus bx equals d by first dividing all terms by a. So I have 4x squared minus 16x plus 8 equals 0. I want to change it into x squared plus bx equals d. So in order to do that, I need to divide all terms by the a value. Alright, so I have 4x squared minus 16x plus 8 equals 0, and I'm dividing everything by 4. Divide by 4. So I'm going to get 4 divided by 4 is 1, so x squared. Negative 16 divided by 4 is negative 4. And 8 divided by 4 is 2. So this is my new equation. But it's not done yet because we still need to convert it into x squared plus bx equals d. And all we need to do is move this guy. So x squared minus 4x equals, so we have a plus 2 to move it to the other side. I subtract 2. So there we go. Now step 1 is complete. I can now do step 2, which is to find the c value. In which our b value is negative 4. So this becomes negative 2 squared, which is positive 4. Step 3, we're going to add c to both sides. So I have x squared minus 4x plus 4. Equals negative 2 plus 4. Alright, and then in step 4, we're going to factor the left side into x plus b divided by 2. b divided by 2 is negative 2. So quantity squared. And then the right side is negative 2 plus 4, which is positive 2. And then step 5, we're going to go square root. We're going to solve this by square rooting both sides. This is going to split into two equations. where x minus 2 is equal to square root of 2, or x minus 2 is equal to the negative square root of 2. So x equals square root of 2 plus 2, or x equals 2, or x equals negative square root of 2 plus 2. This one would be 3.41, and this one would be 0.59. Alright, let's do it again. Step 1, divide all terms by a. Five r squared plus 60r plus 125 equals 0. So we're going to divide by 5. So I have r squared. 60 divided by 5 is 12. 125 divided by 5 is 25. Okay, we're going to find our c value. Which is 12 divided by 2 squared, which is 6 squared, which is 36. Okay, step 3. Add c to both sides. So r squared plus 12r plus 36 equals... Oops. I forgot to move that 25 over. So the equation is r squared plus 12r equals negative 25. So negative 25 plus 36. Step 4. The left factors into r plus 6, quantity squared. And that is equal to 11. And then step 5. We're going to take the square root of both sides. So r plus 6 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 11. So r is equal to plus or minus the square root of 11 minus 6. So square root of 11 minus 6, or negative square root of 11 minus 6. Hopefully this helped you out. Have a good day.